Hey everyone, welcome to the Fat Life Podcast, a place where we celebrate embracing the good life, drinking the good drinks, eating the good foods, and being an overall good person. Now, it's time to embrace the fluff with your hosts, Reggie and Carter.
Kiss, Carter. Give the dog a kiss.
I've said no.
Carter,
no means no.
Give the dog a kiss.
I feel like I'm in Hollywood right now.
Well, guess what? We're recording.
Are we?
So welcome to the Fat Life, motherfuckers. We're back.
Welcome.
And it is a Thursday.
It is Thursday.
Thank fucking God.
It's been a long week.
Whew.
Like, a long week. I feel like I haven't seen you in at least a month.
Give the dog a kiss. Give him a kiss, Carter. Give him a kiss.
Yeah, okay, move on.
Carter's afraid of dogs.
I'm not afraid of dogs.
He doesn't like them. He won't give him a kiss. What type of person doesn't give a dog a kiss? That'd be the most action you've gotten in years.
That's not true.
Months.
And I'm okay with that.
You're okay with that?
I'd rather have no action than sloppy action.
No action than sloppy action.
Yeah,
Man.
that's like I'm
You
sure I
can't
could.
be picky.
No, I can.
No, you
I
can't.
have standards.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
I know your standards.
No, I have standards. I've had offers, and you would be like, yeah, I understand how you have standards if you've seen them. Will you? There you go, Bobo. There you go. All right, go.
You didn't give him a kiss. You gave him a pet.
I'm not going to give him a kiss.
Carter.
Yes, sir.
Wake up, friend.
I'm waking up. It's been
Good.
with this week being
Good.
what it is, and we talked a little bit off air, but it's been a lot of stuff going on with work, a lot of stuff going on at home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just
Absolutely.
I've been waiting for this day to come, and it seems like it couldn't have come any sooner because this weekend with the kids, taking them to the zoo, that's going to be fun. Long, tiring.
Why? Because you have to walk more than 10 feet?
Yeah.
We just took the dogs on a walk. I asked you when we came back in, I said, why do you feel out of breath?
Yeah, not a fan of walking more than I have to. Yeah. But, just got a lot of stuff going on.
Did you ever get out of breath walking to the fridge?
No.
I have before.
I haven't. Luckily, it's only about 10 steps, so it's okay.
Oh, okay.
Anything over 10 steps is pushing it,
Yeah.
you know? But, and usually if I'm going to the refrigerator, I make it a big deal. So I go to the refrigerator, I go to the bathroom. I won't go to, if I need something.
You make
from
an
the
event out of it.
Yeah, I do. I won't leave the room unless I absolutely need to.
So fucking weird.
I make my stops. Stop here, stop there. Okay, we're good.
You're so fucking weird.
Usually it's because I'm working, so I have to.
I'm a little disappointed in you.
Why?
Because you didn't listen to ABC 2020's podcast
I've been busy watching Sons of Anarchy.
of the Cape Cod killer.
Yeah, you were telling me about it, and we listened to a little bit of it here, but I haven't really listened to anything.
Super interesting, man. It's super racially led.
Yeah.
If any of you guys want to listen, it's just 6 episodes. It's ABC's A Killing on the Cape. It's actually really good.
And that's Cape Cod, right?
Yeah, Cape Cod.
Okay.
It's about a murder that took place 2002. Just very interesting. Goes over the whole aspect of it and all the flaws as well. But speaking of murder, I got 2 things for you.
Okay.
What do you think of when I say tourniquet?
Tourniquet.
Yeah. What's a tourniquet used for?
Isn't that like not like a bandana, but a long piece of cloth that goes over your head?
No.
No, I don't know what a tourniquet is then. I'm thinking of not a turban, but like
that's what you're thinking of.
I'm
honestly.
thinking of an Arab, like the Arab women wear
hijab.
Is that
Yeah.
I have no idea.
No, a tourniquet is it's for life-saving measures, right? So it's to stop blood flow in a certain area of the body.
Okay.
So say like your arm got cut off, chopped off, blown off, whatever. You put a tourniquet above the wound, and it wrenches down and literally applies pressure to stop all blood flow, everything like that.
Okay.
You know what it's not used for?
No.
Or I guess technically it was by this gentleman. Murder.
Murder?
To stop the flow of air.
So he strangled somebody with it.
6 different people.
6 people?
6 different people.
Huh.
And raped several others.
I'm guessing that's hard to trace.
Yeah, and He wasn't caught until a decade after the murder.
Really?
Yeah. There was some DNA evidence very minute, under the gal's one fingernail.
Okay.
And they were finally able to connect it once he got popped for a unrelated charge.
So he got stopped for something completely different
Yeah.
and got busted because they did a DNA
but
sample.
he strangulated these gals, so he's called the Texas Tourniquet Killer. These were all in Houston, and several years back. Like I said, it took them over a decade to even find the man. But he raped and then strangled them by placing a tourniquet around their neck, and then Carter, it legitimately, like, it's painful.
Does he have to like crank on it, or does it do it on its own?
So think of, like, you can technically do it like old school tourniquet. You take like thicker rope or like shoestring or a belt, and then you would stick like a thick log or a ruler or something or a flashlight, and then you twist and twist and twist and twist.
That makes sense.
Until there's literally no longer blood flow.
That's how they make, like, they Jimmy rig their own tourniquet is with, like, cloth. They'll tie it and then do the... Okay.
Exactly. So this guy did those. He is the first lethal injection execution of 2018.
It's already been done.
Yep.
When did this happen?
This was earlier this week.
Okay.
It was supposed to happen in October, but his cellmate convinced him to say that he was the murderer of all of his cellmates' crimes.
No.
So they had to look into that.
Jesus. Okay.
Some things.
So he's
prison,
dumb, I'm guessing.
Yes, he's very dumb.
Okay.
He's a fucking idiot. But along those same lines, I am going to write a murder mystery.
Okay.
Yep.
You want to write your own murder mystery novel?
I do.
Okay. Give me the plot.
Haven't come up with it.
Okay. Okay.
Google's helping me.
I was gonna say, you don't have any idea where it's gonna go. You just want to write one.
Well, it's going to be, so one of the biggest things, you, me, your dad, at least the three of us in particular, when it comes to watching a murder mystery, reading a murder mystery book,
Right.
You know who the killer is 30 minutes in.
Pretty much, yeah.
I hate it.
Right.
Did you ever watch Snowman?
I haven't gotten around to see it
Okay,
yet.
so you still don't, okay.
Yeah.
But in that movie, like I said, like, your sister couldn't figure it out until the last 10 minutes when they actually show who it is.
Right.
I knew it 30 minutes in the first time you see the person.
Right.
And so it's like, I hate murder mysteries, thrillers like that.
Because of that.
Because you can always pinpoint it. I want something that's going to fucking flip readers on their heads. And be real nitty gritty down to the detail. And really bring it home.
Is this your first time thinking about writing something?
No.
No.
Nope. So I want to, we've talked about it before a little bit. And in the future we'll do a full podcast kind of business wise on it.
Right.
But my foundation, I really want to write a business-esque book. For anybody that wants to start their own nonprofit, how to do it, the trials, tribulations, the blood, sweat, tears,
Right.
the 100 no's that you'll get for every half of a yes,
Right.
How to create sponsorship packets, how to get endorsements and donors and sponsors, and big name ones, right? So like you see on the desk over there, Arizona Cardinals, Phoenix Suns, things like that. Like that's all stuff for the foundation.
Right.
That I've been able to build, and it's really, so I want to go there. But I don't feel like I'm at a place yet. I haven't hit my successful point.
Right.
To where I'm like, okay, now I can write that book.
Okay.
But I do want to write a book.
Okay.
And I will not use my own name as the author title.
Why?
Won't do it.
Okay.
Frank Casper.
Frank Casper?
Frank Casper.
Huh. Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah. You know why I have that name?
Why?
Because I'm pale as fuck. So
Yeah.
there's the Casper. on my bicep.
Uh-huh.
Or tricep, I should say. I have Faith tattooed. One night I came home. My uncle was my roommate at the time, drunk off his ass, and he's like, "You got Frank tattooed on your arm?" And would not let it go. And so ever since then, it was Frank Castle's my international man of mystery name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the world knows about it.
Yeah.
But hey,
Cat's out the bag.
yeah, that's all right. Look for best-selling author Frank Castle to hit the nearest
Casper.
bookstore coming out.
Yeah, I had the idea of writing a book a while back.
Oh, really? What would your book be about?
It was
Getting winded to the fucking fridge?
No, 4 or 5 years ago, I came up with the idea of doing a Jay and Silent Bob-esque character scheme, but one of them dies and then comes back. Not like just miraculously comes back to life, but as the paramedics are working on him, comes back to life and then tells his friend that he's Jesus Christ incarnated in him. And he's come to the world to, in essence, convince the world that he's Jesus and that he's the second savior. And the character has to convince his friend that he is Jesus. And it was a whole, like, raunchy but religious mixture.
Kind of like
road trip story.
Molly the Mormon stripper.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of like that. I stopped writing it because
little good, little bad.
Yeah, my ex-wife started coming up with ideas of trying to change it to like.
That's the issue. I cannot let anybody read my story.
Yeah, until it's done.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I could do chapter by chapter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll finish the first chapter, and then I would let you read it because it's done, and I'm not going to change shit.
Right. My issue was I was like, this
While
is
you were writing?
Yeah, this is the aspect I want to go with. This is kind of the path. My sense of humor is very Daniel Tosh kind, where I'm kind of blunt and don't really care about what. I'm not PC at all.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was a lot of the comedy I was putting in it, and she was like, it would be a much more touching and moving story if it was a father-son.
Oh, fuck
so
that.
I changed
not supposed to be a touchy story.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, maybe you're right. Changed it. Everything just kind of fell apart with it. I was like, my original vision was this, and then it took a quick right turn to something else.
I need a lot of help with this book, Carter.
Okay.
I'm stuck.
All right.
Can't figure out the first word.
The first word? Is that the hardest part is finding the first word?
I have this whole book in my head, right? And like I've always wanted to. So like I have somewhere in this fucking house, like a list of my crazy fucking goals, right? So it's like become a best-selling author, be an actor in a movie. That doesn't even have to be a big movie. It could be something we make, right?
Right.
Have 100 G's savings that I don't ever have to touch, and own a house outright. You know, and like very achievable things, but obviously over time.
Right.
But it's like, so I've always wanted to write a book. I've got a couple different aspects of it. You know, I want to do my murder mystery, or thriller, I should say. I want to do a children's book, and then my business book. And all three of those are obviously in very different realms.
Right.
But very attainable. But yeah, I can't figure out how to realistically, it's more of like the first sentence, you know, just because it's like I know how I want it to be, I know where I want it to start, or how I want it to end and go.
Are you telling a story third or first?
A little bit of both. It's gonna be a mixture. There'll be different parts. So like, say like 3 chapters are gonna be like third person, right? But then like 1 chapter will be like quote unquote the interrogation or the interview, and that's where it'll be more first person.
Well, there'll be more dialogue in third.
Yeah, exactly.
So it'll be, okay, well, that doesn't help with this beginning. Because I always thought of the first sentence should always be, I don't know how to start this. And then break into the story.
Well, I think you actually just did it for me.
Okay, I don't know how to start this. And then the first person someone will read that and be like, what? And then you can just open up.
But it catches them.
Yeah.
They're
and
like, what
you
the
just
fuck?
run with wherever you're going.
Yeah.
Build the initial scene.
Right.
An aspect of the movie. Where
well,
are
that's
we?
the thing. So like I wanna start it off in the crime scene.
So
like while it's happening.
So you want to start it at the same time that the crime was being committed.
Yeah.
But not saying who's who.
I'll say who's being murdered.
But you won't say who's doing it.
Nope.
Obviously.
And in that aspect, it'll be first person.
Oh, you could start the book by having the person being killed saying, I don't know what to say here. And then begging for their life. Right. Their first words out of their mouth is, I don't know what to say. Yeah. Don't know what to say. And
don't kill me.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of ways you could start it. Like, it just depends on how you want to.
Well, you got to have some comedy aspect in it too, right?
Shit. Yeah.
So, you know what I did today? I Googled how to write a murder mystery book.
Mm-hmm. You Googled it.
They have some great answers. I printed them out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Some great answers. I can't wait to do it. But no, it's funny, you know, it's like simple shit, like just planning it out. You know, like who are your detectives? Who's your killer? If you have 19 to 20 suspects, narrow it down to 7. Mm-hmm. You know, so you're not really going all over the place. People don't get lost.
Yeah, you don't want to be like a episode of Law and Order that has...
Right, exactly. Or it's like, you know, like make one suspect really seem like that's the person, but then they commit suicide. Or they get killed.
Sure.
By the murderer, right?
Sure.
Like I'd love for it to be like serial killer-esque, right? And then you know how you have those copycat killers?
Uh-huh.
And so like people think that the copycat killer is the actual killer, but then the true serial killer says "fuck you" and fucking slits his throat.
Did you ever watch the show Dexter?
Yeah, I love Dexter. Dexter's dope.
Very Dexter-esque with the first season.
Yeah.
And the ice truck killer, and
Yep.
He's there the entire time. You just don't realize it until the end.
Exactly.
Or the last couple episodes. Yeah, I like that concept.
Because it's very like drawing. It draws you in, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, back to the subjects.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I just
murder mystery.
Get passionate about some shit. I love murder.
I
love every aspect of it besides the fact that someone is losing their life.
Yeah. It's just
I'm fascinated by it.
Uh-huh.
But I think in my mind it's like a puzzle, so I'm fascinated on the how it happened, the why it happened, where, what happened. You know, I want all the answers, but I want to puzzle and piece it all together myself.
Sure. Yeah, I think my big thing right now is, like I was saying, I started watching Sons of Anarchy, so...
Speaking of that, their spin-off, Mayans MC, comes out in June.
Not interested.
Have you seen the fucking... You're an asshole.
No. Why?
Because my friend served in the military together, Vincent Vargas, is on the Mayans MC, so you will watch it.
Yeah, I'll probably watch an episode, but I'm not. When they first announced it, I was kind of like...
Skeptical,
but like the Mayans was never an aspect of the show that I really cared about.
No.
I wanted to see, you know, originally the plan was that they were going to do the Redwood Originals. I would get behind. I would be all for it. But the Mayans, sure, I'll watch an episode or two, but it's an aspect of, you know, Oakland and everything I don't really care about.
Is it because you're racist?
No, not that I'm racist. I actually liked the guy who was the head of the Mayans. I thought he was great.
He's still in it, too.
Alvarez, that was his name. He was great, but again, the Mayans had such a big part in the first season, big part in the second season.
Yeah, and then it just drifted off.
Yeah, they taper off until the very end. They came back, so...
Absolutely.
There's not a whole lot there that you can sell me on, really.
All right, fine. Well, fuck you, too.
But yeah, no. My big thing right now is, like, I want to get a cut. You know, I want a motorcycle now.
They don't make them your size.
This isn't my first. Fuck off. Fuck you. If they can put one on Piney, I'm sure they can put one on me.
No.
But I've always, when I was a little kid, I wanted a Harley. My grandpa had one. He had a white, looked like a cruiser patroller. It was all white and everything. Always wanted one. Never got one. I had a dirt bike that was street legal. Had street wheels on it and everything.
No.
But I never felt comfortable enough to take the test to get my license for it and actually do it.
I love dirt bikes.
Dirt bikes are fun. I biffed it twice and never rode again.
I like dirt bikes. I like street bikes. I do not like Harleys.
Why?
When I was 18, my buddy Andy let me ride his one night.
Yeah.
In the rain.
Oh, yeah, no thank you.
And again, I'm used to street bikes. I'm used to dirt bikes. But Harleys and choppers or cruisers, whatever, are very torquey, right? Right off the get-go, a ton of fucking torque. Wasn't used to it, especially in the rain. Fucking hit a pothole. Next thing I know, I hit a parked car, and then there was a Harley sitting on top of me. and this ride lasted 37 seconds.
Yeah.
And so, it's just like I can't get over in my own head. Mm-hmm. Like, nope, don't want to do it.
Gotcha.
But I'm cool with dirt bikes, street bikes, ATVs.
See, if I was able to have any bike, it would be a Harley. I wouldn't have because I've done the whole the dirt bike thing. Never done street bike. I've always been hesitant about street bike just because of the quickness of them and the way they can just get up and go. I always wanted one, but now I'm at that point where I would rather have a Harley that I could cruise the flag on and go up into the woods. Like that to me would be freaking badass.
Yeah.
With my cut on. Has to have a cut on.
What's the back of the cut gonna say?
Fat life. With a donut.
With a donut? Oh my God, Carter. I didn't show you this today. I didn't even tell you about this. So, at work, we have a lot of healthcare professionals come in.
Sure.
And they want to woo us or buy our business, I should say.
Right.
So they bring in food.
Okay.
These motherfuckers brought in donuts this morning. Mm-hmm. And this is actually one of my good friends, Carl. Owns Compassionate Assistance. It's home health care. Really good friend of mine. But he brought in breakfast this morning. He brought in these donuts it's called the Local Donut Shop. It's off of Hayden and something out in Scottsdale. Carter. So I have to look at these real quick. There was like a apple something. A cherry cheesecake donut.
Interesting.
Maple bacon donut.
I've had one of those.
Fruity Pebbles donut.
Sounds good.
Samoa's Girl Scout cookie donut. Like look at these donuts, Carter. You'll have to scroll over to the right or the left.
Oh hey, looks kind of like fractured prune.
Yeah. So that's actually what they were compared to today.
Yeah, they look like fractured prune where you can kind of put almost anything you want on them.
Dude, I almost had a fucking heart attack at work.
Too much sugar, too much.
Well, you see, all of us wanted to try all of them. Mm-hmm. So we cut up each donut into fourths.
Gotcha.
So we could try all of them and not feel like we just ate 9 different donuts, but we only really had 2 and a fourth. So it wasn't too bad. Mm-hmm. But I felt like I needed a nap. And then I was going to have fucking cardiac arrest.
When I worked at Westgate, we used to go, because there's a fractured prune right there by the AMC. Mm-hmm. Wednesdays is Dollar Donut Day. We would go in there and pick up boxes. I'd always get the caramel glaze with the chocolate chips on top. Oh, fuck you. It was unbelievable. Or just get the cake dipped in chocolate.
What do you think of your dad's new business venture with us? What do you think of this idea? Are you hesitant?
Extremely.
Why? We'll put a backstory on this, guys. So Carter's dad, randomly we're over there, and he's like, let's all invest in a food truck. Out of fucking nowhere. Way out of left field. But, so, one thing you don't know about me is I've actually thought about this before. About doing, I think I might have told you this, my bomb.com barbecue tailgate style, for big parties.
Exactly.
But it's interesting.
I don't know.
You're not a big cook, though.
No, I'm a very big cook.
Are you?
But a lot of stuff I cook is not something you can take out and put on a food truck.
Why?
Because it's a lot of the stuff that I enjoy cooking are things that are We're talking meals, like not like
Yeah.
My dad, because my dad mentioned in the text message about the buffalo chicken sandwich and my buffalo chicken. Number one thing I'm known for is my buffalo. I'll put buffalo sauce on fucking anything, and I do make a pretty bomb buffalo chicken sandwich, and I do make killer wings. Those are the only two things that I could actually make and be like, this is something I could go with. But when you're doing a food truck, you're doing a food cart, you need a theme. And
Gourmet wheels on meal.
no, you actually
Meals
have to
on
have a
wheels.
theme, a taco theme, a macaroni
No, you
and
don't.
cheese theme. Yeah, you do.
No.
That's what the taco these trucks that are out there right now. That's what they're doing.
No.
It is.
We'll just call it spicy.
Spicy. Spicy
call
doesn't
it
work if you're doing
spicy.
spicy and then Memphis barbecue over here.
Who said we're doing Memphis barbecue?
Anything. We're not all doing just spice. Like it to me. I when I first saw it, I was like, okay. That's a great idea.
You could have
if
a
that's-
theme.
If
Chicken.
that's chicken, but then you're
That's your
eliminating everything else.
So, like I said, gourmet meals on wheels.
I don't know.
You could have a meatloaf dinner.
Gourmet.
But that's the other thing, Carter. Some of these food trucks, they do each day, because you have to buy fresh food,
right.
is a different theme. That's part of it. So, like, if you're known for, like, Southern cooking or, like, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. You throw up on there, like, all right, cool. So, and you put a menu out, right? For your Instagrams, Facebook, Twitters, whatever, people to follow you.
Right.
And you're like, oh, fuck, okay, well, Tuesday's going to be fucking Carter's wings and or buffalo chicken sandwich. Mm-hmm. And that's what they have for the day. See? You just got to think outside the box, young man.
Yeah. Focus on bigger things.
Yeah?
Yeah. Personally, I'm more focused on the house, the podcast. Like when I thought about it and I heard about it, and when my dad mentioned it, I was kind of like, it's a great
Well, here's the fucking theme,
idea,
Carter.
but
The fat life.
yeah.
And then everything that we sell will be foods to make you fat and happy. Boom. Just wrapped it all up into one, and we can record the podcast on the go while we're serving customers.
Yeah, it's an idea.
I'll even put a couch in there so you can think it's a home.
A couch in what?
In the food truck.
The food truck's not going to have enough room for a couch.
So you think?
I'm like, no, there's not. It's not
I didn't say it was going to be a full-size couch. It could be a fucking dollhouse couch.
a dollhouse couch.
So fuck off, motherfucker.
A Barbie Dreamhouse couch.
Yeah, bitch. That'll fit you.
A Barbie casting couch.
Yeah, and if you don't behave, I'm going to shove it up your ass.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You poor guy. We're in a mood today. Mr. Carter. Anyways, let's get to your stories.
I gotta find them now.
Where are we starting? We start in my home state.
Yeah, we can. If you want to start with the bumming news first.
Well, I mean, you got to bum them out and then cheer them up, right?
That's true. We'll hit you low and then go back high. So, Washington State University quarterback.
Wazoo Cougars.
Yep. Now I know you're a Husky,
Yep, UW.
so this doesn't really affect you at all.
No, but at the same time, it's
Human.
3 miles from where my parents live right now.
Really?
Yeah, Pullman
Okay.
is where it's at. Pullman, Washington.
So apparently on Tuesday at about 4:30 p.m., police officers in Pullman, Washington, responded to an apartment after a player missed football practice. The Pullman Police Department says 21-year-old Tyler Helinski, a redshirt sophomore quarterback, was found dead with what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound to his head, police said. A rifle was found next to him, and a suicide note was also recovered. Authorities and the Whitman County Coroner's Office are investigating to confirm the suspect's cause and manner of death.
Here's my issue on that.
Yeah.
Just like Kurt Cobain, it's a rifle, not a handgun.
True. Very true.
Very fucking difficult to kill yourself.
There's a lot of different things that could go.
Very
Horribly
difficult
wrong.
to kill yourself with a fucking rifle or a shotgun. Just saying. I don't know from experience.
Right.
But I do know from handling these weapons.
Yeah.
Little iffy there. Not necessarily believing the whole aspect, but at the same time, it's a very sad situation.
It is.
His brother is actually projected to be, I believe, the number 1 quarterback coming out of high school this year.
Really?
This year or next, yeah.
Huh.
Out of California.
Yeah, that's 21 years old, started in the Holiday Bowl this year.
Yeah, and
he was
actually
favorited to take over the number 1 spot.
he was supposed to be taking over. So it's very interesting, you know, there's a lot of stuff. It's a very sad situation, especially, you know, New Year. You don't know what's going on in the young man's mind.
Uh-huh.
But very sad, you know, and it just goes to show it's not just us fat, fluffy people.
Yep.
Or in shape people, whatever it is. Like, you can be on top of the world, right?
Exactly.
And, like, for this young man, like, that was his aspect, right? Like, he's about to be on top of the world.
Yep.
Starting quarterback for a very good NCAA team. And potentially going into the NFL. But with that being said, you got to talk to people.
You do.
You got to let someone in. And if you don't feel comfortable letting anybody in that you know personally, there's always the suicide prevention hotline.
Uh-huh.
That phone number is 1-800-273-8255.
Isn't that new hit by Logic?
I don't know.
You've never heard that song?
I have, but I think his is 877.
It's the whole number for a suicide hotline.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The title of the song is the phone number.
Yeah. I knew it was a phone number. I just didn't know what it was for. I was going to call it one day. I'm glad I didn't. I was just going to call it because, like, I was very curious on what the number was.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, guys, like, no laughing, joking matter.
No.
Very serious, heartfelt one. You know, definitely if you're going through some shit, let someone in. You know, I mean, fucking let those demons out. We've all, at least Carter and I have been in those situations before. I tell my shit to my dog, but you know.
Yeah. I've had those I've had that moment before.
Yep.
So and sometimes it's hard. That's the one thing I can relate to people with is it's very hard to open up about.
Oh, 100%.
That kind of thing.
100%.
There are situations that I've been in that I would say not many people in my family know about.
Yeah.
Actually, pretty much nobody, except for maybe my ex-wife, know about.
Huh.
In those dark demons. Back when I didn't have anybody to talk to, I didn't have someone to rely on. I lived in an apartment by myself for almost a month and a half. So, yeah, I know that feeling.
Very much so.
Very much so. Yeah.
Let's hit him with a cheer up story.
Well, this one may not cheer you up. This one made me laugh. Arizona Diamondbacks outfielder Yasmani Tomas. What's his nickname? Big Train?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, big outfielder, plays 50% of the games. Was arrested Thursday morning for doing over 100 miles an hour on the East Valley Highway.
Yeah?
Yeah, why?
Why was he arrested? I'm surprised by that.
He was driving a 2015 black Mercedes S550 coupe and was arrested for reckless driving and criminal speeding. He was booked into the Maricopa County 4th Avenue Jail. We are very disappointed to learn these news. Arizona Diamondbacks have made a statement, but no statements on whether or not he'll be around for next season.
It's interesting, though, because most of the time you hear those stories, you know?
Uh-huh.
And it's like the player gets let off.
Yeah.
Because
they're a player.
But how much you want to bet if that was Paul Goldschmidt?
It wouldn't be an issue.
Nope.
We wouldn't even know about it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Of course. Just like poor Michael Floyd back in the day, a couple years
that's just
ago.
because he's a fucking idiot. That's different, though. That's a DUI, right?
True.
Granted, driving at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Yes, it is dangerous speeds, but I don't know about you. He's not the only one that's gone those speeds.
Oh, no, there's plenty of them out
and,
there.
like, on a typical day, to be honest, you know, especially 303, I don't have any traffic, so go as fast as I want, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, yes, your steering, your motions, things of that nature are a lot more in tune.
Right.
And the slightest tip of the wheel is going to, you know, fuck you up. But just drive the speed limit, kids.
Yeah, please. Please, there's too many people out there that are fucking stupid.
Well, especially in Scottsdale, bro. Like right now, you've got fucking Barrett Jackson going on. You've got Russo Steel. You got the Waste Management coming up.
Yep.
And then the dude's fucking 30 days out from spring training.
Yep.
And
that's big.
Fucking retarded, dude.
Big.
Bunch of dumbasses out there.
I don't know if we've talked about this before. Have you ever worked in a fast food restaurant?
Yeah.
What fast food place did you work for?
McDonald's.
Really?
Yeah, when I was 16.
Yeah? Was it half as bad as people say?
I was 16, Carter.
No, I mean like you know.
I was just happy to come home.
Yeah.
With
a couple dollars.
A shit ton of nuggets.
Yeah.
And like whatever you want at the end of the night, you just take home.
Oh, really?
Like that's one aspect I thought was cool. Technically, you were supposed to like throw away all the food.
Sure.
But like our managers knew, like, you know, like the employees, you know, and we weren't a 24-hour McDonald's.
Okay.
This is before, like, you know, the managers, they knew, like, hey, like, our guys aren't making a shit ton of money. Mm-hmm. You know, we're going to send them home with some food.
Gotcha.
So we had to go home with food. It was cool. So, like, you know how I have my quadruplet siblings?
Uh-huh.
So they were, I think, just at, like, a year old. So I might have been 17. A year old. And so they were starting to eat normal food.
Yeah.
And so I always brought home chicken nuggets. They fucking loved it. And that's why they're all addicted to them now.
I gotcha now. Yeah, my son would be in love with you if he had chicken nuggets like that.
Right.
Ever have to worry about not getting enough hours at work?
Well, I was a high school kid, so not really.
Not really. You weren't getting many hours to begin with.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Ever since I've been out of the Army, I've always had a full-time managerial job.
Oh, yeah? That's very cool. So, a former Burger King employee was arrested Tuesday evening after bursting into the restaurant with a weapon. But he wasn't looking to empty the cash register. He was looking instead to get more hours from his manager. And he threatened to shoot the entire place up if he didn't get the more hours at work. So you hear that, how old are you thinking?
18.
18, 19.
Barely
Got a hold of dad's
trying
gun.
to get out of their own place or trying to get out into their own place.
Yeah, so Steven, I won't say his last name, 33, barged into Burger King located in Las Vegas around 8:30 p.m. on Tuesday, told the manager he wanted more hours or he would blast the place up. That's what he says here. Took police officers 30 minutes to go in and take him out. He was recently cut down to 30 hours per week. Looks like he was working over 40. Now he's being cut down to less than 30. And he decided he was going to blast the place up if he didn't get what he wanted.
He's going to blast it up, huh?
Yeah, Burger King's not that good anyways.
For a few hours?
Yeah, I wouldn't be all that worried. I don't know if you told me that Whataburger was having this problem.
I'd still say no.
Yeah.
They're disgusting, Carter.
Who?
Fast food.
Fast food.
Although I will tell you, tonight's episode is brought to you by Taco Bell's Party Pack.
Taco Bell 12-pack. That's the life.
That's the one fast food that's not too bad, though.
Yeah, you just have a weird taste for food.
Fuck
if you don't like fast food, huh?
I really don't.
I
do and I don't, Carter. I just can't do it on a regular basis.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I've gone to bed every night this week at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And guess what I've eaten every night this week?
Fast food.
Yes.
See, you've gone to bed early from fast food. You're welcome.
Because my body feels so fucking drained because that's what I'm eating and I'm not getting the proper nutrients in my body.
Blah, 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 nutrients.
Blah, 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 blah.
I don't get nutrients at all.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Stupid, man.
Why don't you get nutrients?
Because I just don't eat anything that's nutritious.
Maybe I should get you some one-a-day men's.
No, thank you.
Gummy bears?
I did that for a couple months. Didn't feel anything.
No, I meant real gummy bears.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, gummy bear. I'm not a big gummy fan. Except for Sour Patch Kids. Those things are fucking bomb. Love me some Sour Patch. But see, I'm not a big sweets fan. Like, you won't see me go out of my way to get candy or donuts or anything.
Sure.
If I have a gift card, I'll buy a couple boxes of donuts. If there's chocolate in the house, yeah, I'll have a handful of chocolate here and there, but you never see me go, hey, I need to get Reese's Pieces, or I need to get, something that's chocolatey or sugary. So I'm more of a savory person. I'd rather have, I was the fat kid growing up that had seconds instead of dessert because I didn't care about dessert. I just wanted more of the savory stuff.
Huh. I see.
So
You all right there, bud? You're falling asleep.
just a bit.
Why are you falling asleep?
This last couple nights, man, I just have not been able to go to bed at a reasonable time.
And why not?
It's a good question. Just been busy.
What have you been busy doing, sir?
Monday, I started playing FIFA 17. I started playing that after work. And the first night I did it, I played for about 7 hours. And didn't realize I was playing for 7 hours.
FIFA
17, yeah.
Soccer.
Soccer.
Have you ever played soccer in your life?
Yes. I know it's hard to believe because I'm fat, but I have played soccer before.
I played soccer once.
Yeah?
Yeah. I scored a goal.
Did you?
For the other team. Yep.
Yeah.
I think I was 12.
I played... First sport I ever played, I played for 4 years. I want to say from 3 to 7 I played.
Soccer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then once I got a little bit older, I went into baseball. I played t-ball, but nothing. I never really had any aspirations for baseball until I was old enough to really play Little League and actual play baseball. But yeah, I played soccer. I love soccer. I sometimes will catch a British Premier League game if it's on FS1 or something. But it's not something I go out of my way to find. I'm a big... See, and that was the thing I sent to you guys in the text message that Dad didn't know what it was and nobody knew what it was. So there's this movie called Green Street Hooligans. Have you ever seen it?
No.
So you know Sons of Anarchy,
Yes.
Charlie Hunnam. Back in the day before he became, Sam Crow and all that stuff for Sons of Anarchy, he did a couple low budget films, mainly Victorian pieces because he's very into
Well, he is British.
Yes, but he's fascinated with like the King James era, kind of like King Arthur, and he was picked up to this movie called Green Street Hooligans, and it's basically a movie about the clubs that follow around soccer teams of London, and they brawl, they kill each other.
Okay.
It's like two rabid fan bases going to war when two teams are on the field. And it's all
kind of
about
like
that.
the guys in Euro Trip.
Yeah, basically, but it's more serious.
Sure.
And their team is West Ham United, and their club is called the GSE, the Green Street Elite, and they go to war with a bunch of different teams, players. But like, there's this whole backstory, and without this movie, Charlie Hunnam would have never been discovered for Sons of Anarchy because it was that movie that Kurt Sutter saw it that made him cast Charlie Hunnam for Sons of Anarchy. But fucking brilliant movie. Only about an hour and a half long. It's got Elijah Wood, Charlie Hunnam, this one actress, I can't remember her name. She's a pretty big name actress. And then everyone else is all British nobodies that nobody would know.
Yeah.
And it's fucking brilliant. I love that movie. One of my favorites. It's probably my number 2 behind Eternal Sunshine.
You like that movie?
Oh, that's my favorite of all time.
Your sister had me buy that a few weeks ago. I
Yeah.
still haven't watched it.
It's fucking out there. It used to be, okay, and I won't lie, my first favorite film of all time was Vanilla Sky. I used to think Vanilla Sky, the psychological aspect of it was just completely fucking out there until I saw Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. And that movie just took the cake for me.
I have like favorite movies, but in different genres.
Right.
So I love Patch Adams.
Uh-huh.
I think it's one of the coolest movies. But I also feel like that movie is a reflection of my life and how I am as a person.
Sure.
Today. And then there's like The Gladiator.
Okay.
But again, that's like a reflection of my life back in the day when I was in the military.
Right.
It just depends on the area I'm in my life.
Okay.
But those two movies for me are top two.
Okay.
Gladiator, although it's long as fuck.
Yeah.
And then Patch Adams.
Yeah. Gladiator is a long fucking movie. I think, so Green Street Hooligans is my number 2 because it's exactly how I feel about my Cardinals. Mm-hmm. And I'm willing to fight anybody who is willing to say shit about the Cardinals because I do
that's
every day. That's my team. But we're brothers, so I can't really fight you.
We could.
And I know I get my ass kicked being that you're ex-military. But I don't stand, like, I've gotten into fights on Facebook. I've gotten into screaming matches with people just because they will say one bad thing about the Cardinals. Even after a loss, I won't do it. But that's my thing. It's my sports side. My ex-wife used to think that I may have a mental handicap because I would get pissed off when the Cardinals lost. And I was mentally challenged because of that.
No, it's just being a sports fan.
Basically, that's what I thought. But
I mean, in all reality, and not really a sports fan, but more of like a super fan.
A super fan. That's my team. I live and die with them. Just like right now, my bold prediction for the Super Bowl is Minnesota and Jacksonville.
No, you cannot change that shit up.
I'm going Minnesota and Jacksonville. Jacksonville, I know won't happen, but Minnesota, I have a good feeling that they're going to take it.
Jacksonville and Philly.
It won't be that.
But I said Jacksonville up in like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I'm afraid that Jacksonville is going to get blasted, and I don't want to see this happen. I really want Jacksonville to put up a good fight and win on Sunday. But I'm afraid they're going to go into New England and just get blasted away by Brady.
They're going on a big high, though. They're going into that game on a big high.
Very true. And the same thing with Minnesota.
Right.
They've wasted, and this is one thing I saw. I forgot who it was I was talking about. I think it was the radio. They were saying that Minnesota had just wasted all this energy on the final play of last game, all the celebration and everything that they're going to go into Philly drained. Very possible, but I think Minnesota's defense is just a step above Philly.
Yeah.
And I think they have a better chance with Keenum than Philly has with Foles.
Yeah.
So I want to see. If I had a Vikings jersey still, I would wear it Sunday because I'm going to my dad's to watch the game.
I'm not as concerned about that game. I want Jacksonville to win.
Yeah.
Mainly because I hate Brady, but 2 because I used to live in Jacksonville.
Oh, see, I'm with you on that. I'd like to see Jacksonville.
Oh, Tom Brady sits out of practice. He hurt his little dick beater.
Uh-oh.
He hurt his hand.
Uh-oh.
Oh, poor little guy. Ooh. And it is all over the NFL Network that Tom Brady's hand injury is of major concern.
No.
Yeah, bitch. No. He's gonna get fucked up.
I'm gonna look into this here.
It says right here, David Carr explains why Tom Brady's hand injury is of major concern. They're done, bud. They're done. He's out. Out like a light. Okay? Do you understand me?
I'll advise you.
Did not practice after jamming his right throwing hand in Wednesday's workout.
According to ESPN, ill-advised Jimmy G trade will haunt Patriots if Tom Brady isn't healthy come Sunday.
Yep.
Garoppolo going to San Francisco could have screwed New England out of a Super Bowl. Wow. All because Brady is a fucking idiot. You know Brady's going to play. He'll play, and then he'll hurt his hand even further. Hopefully break every finger, every bone in his hand. And then they'll bring in the backup.
He's done for. Do they have a backup right now?
Yeah, they have number 2.
Technically number 3.
No, his jersey number's number 2.
Oh.
I don't. I think it's
someone that's never played the game in their life, because that's the type of backup Brady wants. Yes, no, maybe so.
Yeah, I'm looking for the guy's name. I can't find it.
All you got to do is type in Patriots current backup quarterback.
No, I'm on ESPN. I'm not on just Google.
Well, you suck.
Yeah, sure. Oh, depth chart.
What? Depth chart? That might help.
Depth chart. Hoyer. Yeah, Hoyer's their second.
Okay.
And then, yeah, they don't have anybody after that. So if Hoyer goes out during the game too, they're fucked.
Gronkowski would throw.
Fucking Gronkowski. I hate that piece of shit.
I hate everybody on the Patriots. I can't stand them.
I used to like, I don't think he's with them anymore. LeGarren Blunt.
He's not.
I liked him when he was with Oregon.
Yeah.
I liked him because he'd sucker punch that Boise State player. And I don't like thugs and gangsters doing that kind of shit in football and basketball and being gangster and starting shit. But when he straight up socked a motherfucker like that, it made me laugh just a bit. I was like, okay, you're okay in my book for a minute. That was funny. Because, I mean, come on. You lose a game, some fat-ass lineman gets in your face and starts taunting you.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you supposed to do? You're going to punch him in the fucking face.
Exactly.
And I complete pass. You can have that one. Good on you, sir, for standing
awesome.
your ground.
You got any more stories for us tonight, Carter?
That's it, man.
That's it?
That's it. That's all I got for tonight.
All right. Well, Sunday we'll have some big news.
Yeah.
Jacksonville going to the big bowl.
I can't wait to break down the game Sunday night.
That'll be fun. Sundays primarily, obviously we're going to talk about sports.
Yeah. You work on Sunday?
Yeah, I work Sunday until 4.
All right.
So I'm going out of town next weekend.
Yeah.
So Friday and then come back Sunday.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's why.
All right. Cool. Well,
But,
you know where I'll be at during game time.
Yeah, but your dad's.
Yeah.
We might come over because Allie's off Sunday.
You should.
We might come over because the next Vikings game isn't until 4.
Yeah, it's like right at
It's 4:05.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad, so I'll miss the first quarter. That's okay.
Yeah.
But for now, keep on drinking the good drinks, eating the good foods, and being an overall good person. I got it right this fucking week.
You did. I love fat people.
Show me the honey.